How is everyone doing? My name is Will Bucklew, and you're watching Will's Weekly Fantasy. In this week's video, we are going to be talking about who should we look at trading. You know, it's around that time where we're going to really start to see people. It's halfway through the season, right? So we're starting to see where people are and how good they're going to be this year. And I think that there's a few people that you can really trade just based off of name value that I don't think, at least based off of what they've done this season, are not necessarily producing at the clip that they would normally do. So let's get it started off. DeAndre Hopkins. He's been surprisingly touchdown dependent, and he's hurt right now and dealing with a lot of issues and stuff. And I would advise selling him really high on his name and trying to get a lot back from that, because I don't know what he's going to look like when he's fully healthy. I don't know if he's going to get, a touchdown a game. That, he's been averaging nearly a touchdown a game, right? So I don't know if he's going to be able to do that consistently for the last 9 games. But I do think you could sell him high for another really good player if you in a little trade package, because he's still a very good player. But I think you can get a lot more back in return for his name than you actually will from him, if that makes sense. Number 2 is Darren Waller. Obviously, he's not doing terrible, but I think that you can put him in a few trade packages where just based off of his name value, people are going to overvalue him, and you might get like a good wide receiver or a good running back or something in a little trade package with him. It's all very dependent on who you're trading with, what players they have and stuff, but and what players you have. But I think Darren Waller is one of those people that you could possibly be doing that with. Stefon Diggs, now obviously he's not a must-trade option. None of these guys are must-trade options. They're all stars. But he's one of those people who you could kind of throw around in trades because you know that you're probably going to win one if you just keep throwing him around in trades that benefit you. Someone is bound to overvalue him. He was very good last season, but he's not really lived up to that at all this season. It just feels like he keeps getting 13 points every week or something, right? But somebody's bound to pull the trigger on a trade that's going to help you out. So I'd say just kind of trade around, make sure that you're going to win the trade, and just let the other people overvalue him. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, once again, he's hurt, and you should be selling him on name value again, just like all these guys. I personally don't think that he's as good as anyone says, and he was picked way too high in a lot of drafts, which sucks because I know that a lot of people thought he was going to break out this season, but he just hasn't, and he's on IR. But with him hopefully getting back soon, you could probably trade him to some people that are going to think he's going to break out in the last half. That might give you a trade that benefits you. Maybe another running back, maybe a wide receiver, whatever you're in need of. I think you could probably get away with trading him for that. So yeah, once again, I would just like to thank you for watching this week's video, and stay tuned until next week.